evening, and welcome to the Whitewater Wind Down. I'm Edie Frenet alongside Peyton Walls. Peyton, how you feeling today?
Feeling good. It's good to be back in the studio recording another episode of the Wind Down. Last week was actually really cool. So the solar eclipse happened, and I was biking to class, and I was like, why is everyone just like looking at the sky? Like, college is colleging today. There's so many people outside. And I was like, oh yeah, it's the solar eclipse, like happens whatever once in a million years. And I was like, maybe I should be more excited about this. But like, sorry, I didn't care too much. I was like, whatever, maybe I should be more hype. But like, it's cool. Like, I see how cool it is, but I don't know. How do you feel about it? I know that's an unpopular opinion, but whatever.
Controversial take on the wind down today.
We're getting controversial here today.
Getting risky. I personally watched the eclipse. I originally wasn't going to because it overlapped with the therapy dogs that come in, but my boyfriend got me a pair of the eclipse glasses from the observatory. I was like, here, I got this. We can watch it together. And I'm like, okay. So I took the eclipse glasses and I was like rotating them with the dogs, like the therapy dogs handlers, because all of them wanted to see it. They're like, oh, it's gonna be beautiful and everything, but Walgreens was sold out of eclipse glasses. So I was like, you wanna borrow these? So everyone came out, and then there ended up being like a big crowd of like me and my friends and my boyfriend and like dogs. So it was really cool. I feel like if it was just the eclipse on its own, I would have been like, whatever. But I like that it like brought everyone together.
Fair enough. Nice. Like, I talk about a business that like has a lot of business one day every 1,000 years. Like eclipse glasses, goggles, whatever. Like factories, they really only get business like once every whatever years. But no, that's cool. I feel like if I were to be at the planetarium, right, the telescope area, like looking at the eclipse, I would have been like, oh, that's cool. But I don't know, like you can't see it with the naked eye. So I was like, whatever. But speaking of solar eclipse and outer space and stars, we got a Starbucks.
Ooh.
Starbucks is officially open. I am so excited, mostly because I have a Starbucks gift card.
Right.
And, you know, like, money's tight. So if I get a gift card, obviously I'm going to go get some Starbucks. So I think I'm going to go to Starbucks today. But are you more excited about Aldi or Starbucks?
Probably Aldi's, just because of the variety, you know. Starbucks, they have like cake pops and like little sandwichy things,
good.
but like Aldi's, like, you need that off-brand cereal, they got you. I'm kind of a fiend for some fruit rounds. I don't know about you.
No, that's so true. I grew up on Aldi's. Like, I used to live in Janesville when I was like really little, and we used to go to Aldi's all the time, and I kind of miss it. But once my gift card for Starbucks runs out, I'm gonna be frequently going to that Aldi's in town.
Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting. I mean, off-brand stuff, take it or leave it. Like, sometimes off-brand is really good, and other times it's better to get like the name brand kind of thing. But I don't know. Like, I'm excited for all the changes. It's fun because usually like changes happen after I leave a place, but I'm a freshman and changes are happening, so it's exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, coming up on the Whitewater Wind Down, we'll take a closer look at campus events. Stay tuned.
What does it mean to be a Warhawk?
It means allowing myself to dream big and think outside the box.
Pushing the limits of what I think is possible.
Seeing ideas through from start to finish.
Collaborating with professors and peers.
And seizing opportunities in the community to put my knowledge to use.
I'm studying abroad,
learning another language,
and listening to the stories of others.
I'm making lifelong friends and fearlessly sharing my gifts with the world.
As a Warhawk, I stay balanced,
take great care of myself,
and get out of my comfort zone.
I refuse to let the past determine my future.
And I'm taking confident steps in the direction of my dreams.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense.
And other times it couldn't be more exciting.
But I will keep my goals in mind
and never quit.
'Cause
that's the Warhawk way.
The UW Whitewater Bookstore is your one-stop shop for apparel, textbooks, and technology. Stop in for a wide selection of gifts from our alumni, family, and name brand sections. Need to purchase or rent a textbook? head downstairs to Textbook Services. Check out our new custom shop and create personalized apparel for your organization. Need a charger, laptop, or headphones? Our new technology section has everything you might need. For more information and bookstore hours, visit uwwhitewaterbookstore.com.
The University Center, or UC, is at the heart of campus, both figuratively and literally. Located in the center of campus, the UC is a place where all students are encouraged to thrive, relax, and have fun. Whether you're getting food at one of the many dining locations, or playing some billiards, striking out in bowling, or just hanging out in the main lounge area. Everyone brings something to the UC, and it has something for everyone.
UW-Whitewater has its very own student-run radio station, 91.7 The Edge. Every year, they host an event called EdgeFest. This event is essentially a music festival that showcases various bands, some including UW-Whitewater students.
EdgeFest was first kicked off in 2016, but before that it was called Fund Drive, which started in the 90s. Fund Drive was started to raise money through sponsorships and to give individuals the opportunity to see live local music.
This year's EdgeFest kicked off Thursday, April 11th, and continued through Saturday evening. Thursday, The Ideal and Black Magic performed. Friday, Hypnic Jerks and Nothing of Consequences took the stage. And to close out the event, Flying Fuzz performed on Saturday.
UWW-TV's very own Alex Monti and his band, The Ideal, kicked off EdgeFest on Thursday.
Oh my gosh, that was so cool. It's awesome that Jitters was so lively for this event.
Right. I heard that they had a lot more outcome than they had originally expected, which I think is super cool. I love live music. If they have something going on in the Down Under, then I'm like, oh, I'm just going to sit here and listen because it's so interesting and just so beautiful to hear.
It's also really cool because we're freshmen, so we're not super involved in it yet, but we know a lot of people from the radio station and the TV station that are super involved in 91.7 The Edge, and then we know a couple people in the bands. And so those are our friends up there. That's really cool. It's awesome that they got that opportunity and we have those people to look up to.
Right. I'm having a proud parent moment, even though they're older than me, and I've never spoken to these people one-on-one very much. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. So Jitters even had their own drink for the event, and I heard there was other bands that were coming to Whitewater for it, so it was actually a pretty big deal, which was awesome.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to take the time to go next year.
Next year, for sure.
Yep. We'll be right back with more on the Whitewater Wind Down. But first, let's take a look at the weekend's weather forecast.
The Royal Purple, the best place for all the latest news around the community and campus of UW Whitewater. Here you'll find all different types of weekly news stories, including sports, arts and rec, biz and tech, and even fun and interesting things like trendsetter columns and the tweet of the week. The Royal Purple has a full staff to handle all of your advertising and article needs. Ad managers and sales representatives can help you get your ad in seasonal print issues online at royalpurplenews.com and out on our social media platforms. Editors and journalists would love to write features about your organization and follow-ups about your important events. For more information on student employment opportunities, advertisement services, or anything news, contact the Royal Purple over at @UWW.edu or give us a call at 262-472-5100. Stop by our office and say hi on campus in McCutcheon Hall, room 113. For all of your local campus community news, check out the Royal Purple here at University of Wisconsin-Whitewater.
Here at UWW, we put a lot of emphasis on shaping your involvement. Involvement helps you get to know more people with similar values and goals as yourself. The Student Involvement Office can help you get involved with organizations on campus, or we can help you start a brand new one. So what are you waiting for? It's time to shape your involvement at UWW. If you'd like to learn more, stop by UC 127 or contact us at involvement@uww.edu or call 262-472-6217.
I'm Brandon Bazinski, and this is The World Today on UWW-TV. O.J. Simpson passed away due to cancer at the age of 76. The former NFL star passed away on Wednesday, April 10th. He was well known for his football career and his infamous murder trial in 1995. He spent his final moments around family who asked for respect during their time of grief. An island in Italy of around 100 people is desperately striving to contain their goat population. The number of goats outnumber residents 6-1. The animals on the island of Ali Cudi are overwhelming, so much that the Italian government has had to step in. These wild goats were first brought into the area by farmers with the intention of clearing out the vast forest up in the mountains. Since then, they have reproduced proficiently and descended into the village. They are now causing mass destruction. The town has begun an Adopt a Goat program. This program is open to anyone anywhere who wants up to 50 goats. And we'll have more of The World Today after the quick break. Maternity nurses at a Taiwanese hospital jumped into action to protect newborn babies during the country's 7.4 magnitude earthquake. This earthquake took place in Taiwan on April 3rd earlier this year. It is said to be the deadliest earthquake in Taiwan in 25 years. This earthquake has taken the lives of at least 10 known people and has injured over 1,000 more. The solar eclipse was enjoyable to watch for many, being a memorable experience. However, there is no need to toss your solar eclipse glasses after the event. Rather than stashing them away and hoping to find them in 20 years, they can be donated to Eclipse Glasses USA. This company will collect these glasses and send them to schools in Chile and Argentina so that students can watch the annular eclipse later this year. For more updates, check us out at uwwtv.org. I'm Brandon Bazinski, and this has been The World Today on UWW-TV.
We'd love to show you what it's like to be a war hawk.
Come on!
Don't miss out on your chance to be a war hawk
at UW Whitewater.
You belong here!
Bonsoir à tous. Hola. Hej, hur är läget?
Marhaba.
Ni hao.
Konnichiwa.
UW Whitewater International Student Association is a student organization brings both international students and national students together to share their cultural experience and beliefs. The ISA also collaborates with other student organizations in UW Whitewater. The International Dinner is one of the most unique events that ISA have for every spring semester, which serves all kinds of food from different countries, and it invites students to show their talent on the dinner. So what are you waiting for? Come join the ISA today.
We are
ISA.
Many people know that the eclipse was rare and only happens a few times in anyone's lifespan. However, the 17-year cicada brood that emerges in the Midwest is just as rare, but has much less recognition.
Every year, annual cicadas emerge from the ground and sing their iconic mating call. However, this is the first year since 2007 that we will experience the 17-year cicada brood.
Well, my name is Kerry Kotovich. I've been here for quite a while. I'm a member of the biology department. My role here is mostly to sort of teach like introductory biology courses, entomology, the insect-related course. Well, I think most people know cicadas as the insect that they hear in the summer. They rarely, maybe they don't see them too often, but you hear them like in August and things, the real loud buzz when it's like a very hot afternoon. And so that's an insect that comes out every year, and we have them pretty commonly around here. You'll see them sort of crawling across your yards. They're very big and sort of green and black. But there is another group of cicadas that are what are called the periodical cicadas. And these are insects that sort of come out on these very strange extended life cycles. And so there's something we often don't see. They have this really amazing sort of device in their thorax that they sort of vibrate and makes this really amazingly loud sound. They're a group of insects that basically feed on plant juices. So they don't really have like jaws or anything. They have sort of a mouth part that they kind of insert into plants and sort of suck up plant fluid. So they can't bite. They are very harmless insects in general. It can be a little irritating, I suppose, because they can be very loud, and if you live in those areas, but it's still, I think, something that everybody should take a little bit of time. I mean, if you're fascinated by like the eclipse, this is like a much kind of more unique thing, and pretty cool to see.
Cicada hotspots include forest preserves or anywhere with tall trees. Their expected emergence dates are between June 6th and 8th. This has been Edie Frenay for UWW-TV.
Thanks for that package, Edie. How was your experience researching that?
Well, I'm actually kind of a cicada nerd, so I knew a little bit about them before, but obviously I'm not like certified to talk about them. But I got my cicada necklace on today. I'm feeling pretty good. Overall, interviewing was a lot of fun, and I feel like a lot of people don't know that Upham does have like a little museum area. I believe on the 3rd floor, like there's aquariums and a bunch of plants on display and a lot of like taxidermy animals, and that's actually where I got some of my videos of cicadas from that were in that segment.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I got a video a while ago back on the greenhouse area of Upham. So Upham's pretty cool for all that stuff. I mean, we're journalism majors, so we don't really go in there a lot. But how are you feeling with like the huge brood coming out? Because like, I know I'm kind of like scared of bugs, so I'm not very hype about it. But how are you feeling?
I'm super excited. I'm actually going to be visiting a spot in Southern Illinois that has not only the annual and 17-year, but also the 13-year. So it'll have a lot of cicadas, and I'm just super excited.
Oh my gosh. I appreciate your passion for this, and you're going to have to let us know how that is.
Oh, I will.
After the break, we'll take a look at this week in Wisconsin history to learn about the Red River Dams. We'll be right back with more on the Whitewater Wind Down.
UWW-TV has been an important part of the campus and community since 1980.
Not only providing on-air learning opportunities for broadcast journalists and electronic media production students,
but educating and entertaining our audiences with award-winning news, live sports coverage, original programming,
as well as dedicating the mission to developing creative collaborations throughout campus.
For more information, visit our website and like us on Facebook.
Check us out because you gotta see what's on UWW-TV.
Welcome to Jitters Coffee House. Located on the first floor of the Wells Towers, Jitters is a student-run coffee lounge and offers a variety of coffee and ice cream-based drinks and is home to many entertaining programs, including live music, gamer trivia nights, and other performances. Coordinate your activity by emailing jitters@uww.edu. Jitters is completely run by volunteers who can earn service hours and even receive a free drink during their shift. Stop in tonight at Jitters Coffee House, where fun events and community come together.
Welcome to This Week in Wisconsin History. This week, we'll be covering the 1864 engineering feat of a Wisconsin lumberman that saved 30,000 Union troops in the Civil War. By April 1864, the Union's Red River campaign was considered a disastrous failure, forcing the Army and Navy to retreat down Louisiana's unpredictable Red River toward New Orleans. The Mississippi River Squadron journeyed south under persistent enemy fire to Alexandria, where the 33-vessel fleet was faced with a mile-long stretch of rapids, flanked on either end by 6-foot waterfalls. These treacherous conditions were further exacerbated by the river's rapid drop in water level to just over 3 feet, effectively grounding the squadron's heavier vessels and halting the Union retreat in its tracks. Stuck with battered warships and dwindling supplies, the Union's only two options seemed to be fighting off surrounding enemies while willing water levels to rise, or abandoning the entire fleet to the Confederates and continuing their retreat to New Orleans. A third option was proposed by Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Bailey, Chief Engineer of the 19th Corps, to correct the low water levels of the river by building a series of dams. Before the war, Bailey had worked in Kilburn City, Wisconsin, or present-day Wisconsin Dells, as a civil engineer and lumberman for over 10 years. Bailey's considerable experience building dams on the Wisconsin River to help float logs down to the sawmills led him to suggest that same idea a month prior, which had been mocked. Now, running out of time, options, and hope, the campaign commanders ultimately decided to go along with Bailey's plan. 3,000 troops were assigned to aid in the construction effort that began April 30th, including engineers from the 97th and 99th U.S. Colored Troops and other experienced loggers from Wisconsin, Maine, and New York regiments. After more than a week of nonstop work on the dams, the water level had risen over 5 feet, allowing some of the fleet's smaller ships to pass through the chute over the upper falls. The following morning, May 9th, the building water pressure suddenly broke 2 barges free of the main dam, creating a rushing torrent of water. The Navy seized the opportunity to send 4 of their vessels over the falls and through the 150-foot gap, inciting boisterous celebration from the thousands of spectators gathered along the riverbanks. With renewed confidence in Bailey's plan, crews worked quickly to make adjustments and repairs. 4 days later, on May 13th, the remaining squadron ships were able to breach the dam and successfully navigate the rapids, allowing the Union forces to finally continue their downstream journey to safety. Despite the overall failure of the expedition itself, Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Bailey gained national recognition for his heroic ingenuity during the Red River Campaign, which saved 30,000 Union troops and the Mississippi River Squadron, a fleet worth around $2 million at the time. Bailey would be one of only 15 Army officers to receive an official thanks of Congress for their service during the Civil War. And that's what happened this week in Wisconsin history.
Spring Splash is this weekend. Edie, what do you all know about Spring Splash?
I actually just recently learned that it's like more like parties and going out. which was kind of a letdown because I thought that it would have to do with actually splashing in something, like running through a sprinkler or like slip and slides or something. So not exactly what I thought it was gonna be, but I think it's cool that like everyone gets out and has fun. What about you?
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. You know those like coming of age movies of like college campuses and like all those thousands of people and like I'm so excited to just like socialize and see like everyone out walking around. Like that is so cool to me. So I don't know, I'm very excited to just like hang out with my friends and talk to people and just enjoy the warm weather. I heard last year it was kind of cold, and so I'm like really hoping that it'll be warmer this weekend, but we'll see. I'm really excited for it though.
Yeah, maybe I can get the in with like a sorority or fraternity house and like, can I please attach a slip and slide like outside, because I know they have the hoses, and I'm like, then we can actually put the splash in Spring Splash that I thought there would be.
That would be so cool. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. But it looks like that is all the time that we are going to have today on this edition of the Whitewater Wind Down. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for more news and entertainment. From Peyton and myself, have a fantastic week. And don't forget to stay tuned to UWW TV.